Hey guys, this is Noontime News, straight news for straight men. This is Lionel Belen at the Testosterone headquarters. For our first news, excitement once again fills the air in Southridge as election season for the new student council arrives. With the present student council set to finish the year, following exams this week and graduation soon to follow, a new set of council members are set to be elected to lead Southridge. Following a thorough preparatory stage, the election calendar has now reached the campaign period, wherein the parties and candidates work to promote themselves and their platforms. The meeting de Avanza has already been scheduled for March 21, with the election itself to be held the day after on March 22. This year's Student Connect has especially been active supervising and planning the proceedings of the student elections. Their work has involved not only promoting the elections through posters, but also planning to bring some change into the COMELEC itself and its activities. COMELEC co-chairman Cholo Luistro had this statement for this year's election season.
It has been a year since the last student council had been elected. As their service nears its end, a new era awaits. Will we be able to live up to the legacy established by this year's council? Will we be ready to face the new challenges that will come next year? As we near the student council elections, once again the school counts on your votes. Remember, every vote matters, and it will greatly affect the entire school. Students of Southridge, the fate of the school is in your hands. Please vote wisely.
With that, we go to our field reporter, Mark De Guzman, who is now with the other COMELEC chairman, Rancy Noce. Mark?
Thank you, Lyle. I'm right here now with Rancy Noce, right after Cholo Luistro's statement. Lyle, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a few questions for Mr. Noce. How did you and Cholo Luistro become this year's heads of COMELEC, and why?
Well, me and Cholo, we were appointed by the current chairman, Aaron Mendoza, to be, chairman for the COMELEC. And then he said that he chose us because he saw our work during the preparations for Father's Day. So I guess he saw how we wanted to serve the school.
I see. Interesting. How would you describe this year's screening process?
This year's screening process, we wanted to make that more difficult on the part of the candidates. So, because we wanted to filter out only the best who could, be part of the candidacy for the election period. So, we set it up like something like a term paper defense, if you could say so. We had a couple of teachers present, Mr. Flores, Mr. Kawada, and a panel from the COMELEC, and we dished out a lot of, tough questions for them. And yeah, feedback from the candidates was we really gave them a tough time during the screening process.
And why did you choose Mr. Kawada, Mr. Flores, or whatever?
Oh well, Mr. Kawada is the moderator of the COMELEC, and Mr. Flores is the head of the Office for Student and Alumni Affairs. So yeah, we had to pick them.
Well, in connection to that, is there any significant difference in the approach and character of candidates this year?
Well, candidates this year, I'm quite surprised. They gave really good screening speeches. I think they have a lot of promise and a lot of potential, even though these candidates aren't the ones you would see every day as leaders. But then they really have good potential.
So, what are your predictions for this year's elections? Are there certain positions to look out for?
Well, I think this year's election will be really exciting because we've got three parties. One's headed by David De Padua, another is headed by Bok Bernardo, and another is headed by Nicky Santiago. These three guys are very able and committed people. They're very able leaders. They have a lot of good potential, and I think the position to look out for would be the battle for the vice chairman slot because we've got Paulus Reyes, John Villamater, and AJ Kidlat vying for that position. Paulus Reyes, as you know, he's already in the council this year. He's a member at large, and John and AJ have no council experience whatsoever. But then, what I can say about this fight would be that John and AJ have quite an edge because they can speak really well compared to maybe Paulus. What feedback I get from the current council is that he doesn't have that good public speaking skills. So they're kind of evenly matched, I guess.
So, would you say that Jan and AJ Kidlat are the favorites among this year?
It's not really clear who are the favorites because I'm quite surprised also to see that people aren't talking much about who their favorites are. So it's really I don't know. No, I have no idea who's gonna come out winner.
Yes, that certainly is something to watch closely. Lastly, are you satisfied with the conditions set for this year's elections?
Yeah, I'm really satisfied with the conditions set for this year's elections. Probably just because that the COMELEC just wants the best candidates to go in for the candidacy. We really got active and got our hands dirty in trying to filter out those who really deserve to be candidates. So I guess what the COMELEC really wants this year is that for next year, the school will be in very good hands.
Thank you, Rancy. That is Rancy Nosek, COMELEC co-chairman. This is Mark de Guzman reporting for Noontime News for Testosterone TV. Straight news for straight men. Back to you, Lyle.
Thank you, Mark. These are currently the proceedings for the Southwich election so far. We'll be sure to keep you posted as things progress. We'll be back after the break.